So it's that time again. Uh, we are gonna upgrade the web console to Blueprint 5. And we have the web console here using Blueprint 4 happily. You can tell because of all of the BP4s everywhere in the class names. But and we have this console here that kind of reminds us what it's meant to look like. Uh, and we can also upgrade it to Blueprint 5, see how the process goes, and hopefully make it look good or equally as good. So I've pulled up the docs. Okay, wait, and John's going to be joining me for this because
Hello.
uh, we are having fun and we did this before and we're going to do it again. We upgraded the console from 3 to 4. That was an exciting change.
Was
So
exciting.
I was skimming over these notes before, and I think this is going to be a pretty simple upgrade because I think they did a good like from reading this, it um uh I think they kind of marked a lot of things as deprecated. So as long as you're using like a very like late stage version of Blueprint 4, which I think we kind of are, then it should be straightforward. But um, I figured that's okay. I figured we'd start, uh, and I think a good place to start um, is to search for anywhere where we're like hard coding BP4 that's not a snapshot because well there's only like a small handful of them, and I think they need to be up. I think actually they're not following good practices. So if I too many results found, oh, never mind. Um, I think this is actually not a good practice right here. I already have a branch, by the way. I was too excited. I made a branch. Upgrade to BP5. Um,
What should it be? Okay,
cl
yeah, classes.
classes dot menu item, and if you import classes, that works. This is I think this was like trying to emulate the same structure for reasons. I don't want to change this right now. I just want to that was yeah, that was the icon. And oh damn. Okay. BP fill and over text overflow ellipsis. Oh, fill and oh it's in my coffee buffer. Overflow
Text overflow.
text overflow ellipsis. There we go. I think this is now good. And I think there was one more place where this was relying on this. This the has pop over open. This will need to check that it works well. I was looking at what this function does. It basically prevents auto refresh in all the tables if there's a popover open. Like if you're editing, like if you're looking at the details of a data source or task or whatever, um, it has this very simple way of telling if something is open. And I think this could be, again, written better by using, you just string concatenate classes dot port uh, portal. Um, classes dot overlay, classes dot popover. I think that should do it. But this one is the one we'll definitely have to check to make sure it didn't die.
Nice.
And I think that might be, well, actually no, that I think we might have some BP4s in our, oh my God, there's a lot of them. These should all be these NSs, like
Hmm.
uh it's good to tidy up the tech debt as we go. So effectively, all of the BP4 dot BP4 dash special switch modes. Oh my God, there's a lot um, of things, but I think this should be as simple as doing a search replace and changing it to this. Does this look right?
I think so. In my local,
A lot of
uh,
things might complain because variable, like they will all need to import variables, but
yeah,
um,
yeah, no, yes, that looks correct. Yeah.
all right. This is now gonna have this is gonna have errors because a lot of those um, a lot of those things don't import variables as they should. And I'm waiting for this to tell me all of the problems. I can also do, or, okay, there we go. And define variable. Let's grab this import and tile picker. There we go. And source pane. Ta-da. And filter menu. If keep digging back until you find it.
Yeah.
And control pane. And last but not least, columns input. There we go.
Nice.
So I think that's it. I feel like
Do you want to check
I want to do it. Check. Oh, shit. To
like
actually,
yeah, to see if it still looks like a web console?
yeah. Um, we can even check that that refresh thing works by setting the refresh to 5 seconds and just like opening up something here before the refresh would like happen and um, potentially close this dialog.
Oh, I see.
But it looks like it's, well, it looks like it's working. We could double check it later. And lastly, explore view is broken for another reason. Uh, it wait, hold on. I think I need to clear my local storage. I All right, we can look into that later, but wait, is that I assume wait, what's huh? Why is it throwing it at this is like a runtime error that the Webpack building process is picking up.
Hmm.
It's, well, okay, this is
Is
um
does the runtime error happen in the compiled version and it's just not doing anything?
all right. So now this works and doesn't throw an error.
Nice.
Um, okay, and it still looks good. And if I actually select the source, these look correct because this is what where the um, I where I replaced the BP4s with classes. Okay,
Perfect.
what do we need now? We need a well, now, I think now it's time to upgrade.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll make a little commit, a pre-upgrade commit. All right, good. Next, we go to package JSON, and this is the moment of truth. No, hold on. There's BP, there's one more BP4 left. This
Oh.
guy, this will break everything until we actually upgrade everything. What's um what's the most effective way of upgrading these things to the latest version? I
Oh,
guess
there you go.
there we go. All right. Okay. That looks promising. Dare I just do an npm start? Oh, nice. This was still running. Uh, npm start. All right. What do you think? Is it going to compile?
Uh, did they rename any components? I guess they removed some interfaces and dropped the I prefix. So if you were extending those,
Well, the only thing it seems. Oh, um, oh, that's cool. They tightened up the types here. This is this is like not the correct way to use a menu item. You have to put these in text, not
right?
as children. Um, so this is simple to fix. This is meant to be um oh, This is nice. Oh, always appreciate better types
Mhm.
that guide you into the correct direction. Ta-da!
Hey, that wasn't bad.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's it's in light mode because in unified console.html,
is there a BP4 in here that we
I
missed?
BP, yes. Oh,
Hey, hey.
if this just works, this is going to be the most anticlimactic video ever. So how do we upgrade this library? We go into package.json and we put the new library. Then we go and have some chow mein.
We spend 25 minutes fighting with TypeScript and ESLint for a completely unrelated change.
Okay, so let's see. We did this. What when you say that used the new updated version of Popover, does that do you think Popover like am I meant to change Popover? Because we're using Popover 2 everywhere. Previously available as Popover 2, I guess is like oh it's this is deprecated.
Use
Uh
popover from Blueprint.js core instead.
okay, that's simple. So I guess I could like not use this anymore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It sounds like I could just do oh my God, it's gonna be
You could do a global find replace and
well, yeah.
hope that it works.
Okay, what do you think? How should I affect this change? I'm thinking replace this with nothing, save it. It will like, um, or actually, hold on. I think if I actually just search for all instances of popover 2, popover 2 is now popover.
Hmm.
So I can just do this. And then either it will be smart enough to remove these everywhere. You know what? Hold on. You know
I
what
would just do,
I'm gonna commit.
yeah, good call.
Um, did the upgrade. Ooh. Oh, you know what's missing though? Hold on. npm uh run just.
Oh,
This is gonna upgrade. This is gonna update like every single snapshot because they all have like BP4, BP5. Like all of them will have BP4, BP5s in them.
right. As far as this replacement goes, I might, the way I would do it is just doing it in two steps. Replace the import. So replace that line with import popover from Blueprint.js core. That'll
Oh, and then we'll con
and then just replace all the everything else that says popover 2, replace that with popover. It'll
okay.
be broken in between the two replacements, but it'll fix
So
itself.
okay, so if I make this like this, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh no, if I do the replacement popover like this,
Yeah.
replace all, replace. It's going to reformat everything. Is it going to
Oh no, it's
delete?
gonna
Because
delete it.
I think it might just delete it. That's.
Oh,
I think
shoot.
it's. I think you're right that it should be done in the opposite order. But let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it just deletes it because it's like, ugh, you don't need popover. Um, I'm
Why
gonna,
are there no errors? Oh,
I mean, there's plenty of errors.
okay.
Have
Yeah.
to go looking for them. Let's try it a different way. Let's
Yep.
do um git rev git checkout dash dash boop. All right, let's try it the other way around. We rename all popover twos to popovers. Now this is an error because it's importing popover from something that doesn't export it.
Yes.
But now we can fix all these errors with one thing. And now it will reformat it, group it with the other core import, but keep popover because it is being used in the file.
Yes.
That is fine when there's like an operation that actually takes like a amount of time you can perceive.
Yeah.
I guess it just needs everything needs to like breathe for a second. Oh, it compiled successfully.
Okay.
Hold on a
Perfect.
second. What?
I just said perfect.
One more thing. We can delete this guy, I think.
There we go. What's the difference between datetime and datetime 2?
I was just wondering that. I think we only use daytime too.
Oh,
Oh, hold on a second. One second. Oh, wait, this is I've
oh
been
no.
warned of this we've they talked about resize sensor. I think resize sensor is now also exported from core, and I think my intuition so there used to be a resize sensor too that was exported from popover too. There was like a better resize sensor. Um Wait, is this the only oh and tooltip too? I mean, I'm pretty sure that all of these follow the same. Like I bet you that Blueprint Core JS now exports tooltip.
Yeah.
So I bet you we could just do tooltip to rename with tooltip, replace all, replace, and um, anywhere where we do this, we could do core, and that looks like it worked. And see, now it's still angry about resize sensor, which is only in this file.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, oh, yep. So now we're also somewhere importing in a CSS file. There we go. I think we just don't need this line.
Yeah. What about date time?
That's a good question. We can, I
Check that
mean,
after.
check that in a second. This is working.
Can we test a tooltip?
Yeah, well, where do we have a tooltip? Don't remember where all the tooltips are off the top of my head. Uh, I guess in execution stage panel, if there's an error message. So if I go to query, I happen to know that I have something that had an error in it. The tooltip works.
Hey, looks like a tooltip. And uh, what about popovers?
Popovers are like everywhere. I mean,
Everywhere. Yeah.
well, not just the one thing that
Everywhere
isn't the popover, but
except that one place.
everything. Uh, oh,
Hmm.
oh, interesting. I think it's possible that I was using this guy. So what's happening here? This is, I think, a change related. I might have been using Blueprint. This, I think it's angry about the fact that I'm doing this.
Mhm.
Um, I guess no data is now like some sort of a read-only thing, or it marks itself as read-only. But the the thing in question, this is uh, I think this is a tree, tree. So how do they want to deal with expand and collapse now? Oh, okay. Yeah, that is deprecated. Oh, this is the CSS.
Maybe you need to replace the node, like copy the properties and then set the value.
Okay, let's see. Handle on so on node collapse invokes when a caret of a node is clicked. Um, so how do I just implement the okay, let's see. View source on GitHub. Dispatch.
Oh, they're using a reducer. Um, tree example reducer. It's probably somewhere above this.
Where do you see tree example reducer?
Line 66. It's the
Oh,
reducer for the state, and then it's okay, yeah, right there. Oh yeah, see they're cloning it and then
so they're cloning it. So for set is expanded, they're cloning it for path at for node at path. New state. What's new state? Oh, this is okay. They're cloning the state, not the node.
Right.
Um,
They're using this tree.node from path helper function on line 42.
um, okay. What does this do?
I don't
See.
know.
Huh. I thought that the way this worked was correct. Uh, but I guess they don't want it to be modified. So
That function isn't even documented.
note from path.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Um, I mean, I guess we could store a bunch of state for what's expanded and what's collapsed.
I wonder
Or
if you could do a hack just for right now and
yeah,
use object.define property instead of assignment.
like
Like object.define property, pass node data as the first argument, and then, yep, and then value. You'll need an object, yeah, value false.
this.
Yeah,
Okay.
ah,
It's on to you.
they're setting configurable to be false on your node. Um,
Um, okay, so uh I guess I need to like clone the whole tree then and like update that node specifically.
Potentially. Um, I'm gonna try and dig up the source for this.
Mm. Also, like, I mean, I'm not super following this situation right here. It looks like the node is being like it looks like they're setting stuff on the node.
Yeah,
So
but it's
uh
wait, can you go back to that?
yeah, to what?
I'm to the GitHub. Um, they're doing it on a cloned state. So I think when they clone it, it maybe converts it to like a normal object with properties that can be
Modified.
mutated. Yeah, but yeah. So it doesn't change what you have to do, I don't think.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, I'm not sure the best way to do this.
Well, I mean, I could just walk through my tree and instead of like I could like I mean I have some tree that I have, right? Um and I could in fact it's an array of node infos right here, this
Mm,
column tree. And um, I, I guess I don't know. What do if I walk through this tree and then set it to so to be expanded? I mean, I guess I could also maintain my own tree structure, like myself, which I can, and then like there's like a function that translates it to the tree that this thing needs.
Where is so in column tree, you've got an is expanded somewhere a little bit lower down.
Yeah,
What is that doing?
this,
Okay, I see.
it, I mean, this is kind of like, I mean, I guess I mean, this component isn't my favorite in terms of how it's implemented. I think partially because it was trying to work around like creating their data structure. What's happening here is that this component is creating a like it's like getting in. Basically, there's two ways in which like a node can get expanded or not. One is like from like this logic that is derived from the state, and another one which is just when people click around.
Right. So, okay, so your idea that you might have mentioned is storing expansion state just in like component state or something.
Well, I mean, one idea I have is, I mean, the only thing you can expand in the console here, um, I mean, it's a pretty simple component. It's just, oh, that's the sorry. This is the old
Right.
console. The only thing you can expand is individual tables,
Right.
and you can collapse them.
So,
So I could just store an array of tables that have been expanded,
yeah.
and then like essentially like this get derived
Oh, yeah.
like have this also take into account that state.
That actually sounds like maybe a better solution. And then
Probably is.
you can get rid of the force update function
Exactly.
calls
That,
as well. Yeah,
okay. Um, I could do that. That's like a bigger rewrite, so I'm not gonna do it right this second
sure.
because I think it's gonna take us to the end of our time. Um, but I can easily do that. That makes sense to me. Let's look at the date time thing.
Yeah.
So I'm only using datetime. The only thing that's used is, ooh, look at this crossed out.
Use date range input 3 from Blueprint datetime 2
Oh,
instead.
interesting. I hold on. What is datetime? I think it's just the old date picker that they chose to keep around.
Right.
And datetime 2 now exposes everything, but it's like these V2 names are backwards compatible with the previous merge. Wait, what? I mean, do you understand what this is trying to say?
I
Oh, sorry.
think it's saying Datetime 2 is the forward-looking version of the datetime components, and everything that ends in 3,
Is the better one.
yeah, is the newer one anyway.
Okay, so I feel like first of all, I feel like I should be able to delete this guy
Yeah.
and uh,
There might be that um the SAS reference.
yeah, I was just thinking about that. And probably an entry or something. Yeah. Mm.
Nice.
Okay. I totally guessed that. Uh, all right. So I guess if we go to, well, it compiled segments and show segment timeline. I think this is it's definitely not what it's meant to look like.
Hmm.
Oop, oop. Let's see. I think it's okay. What is this here? Is this an interval input? This is, oh, what is this? Where is this located? It's side control. Let's search for side control interval. It's a date range selector, which is this class right here, which uses date range input 2 and sets block on the popover target. Maybe I don't need to set block here. I wonder if there's actually just a component for showing a date range. Um, that we can use off the shelf. What do we have here? Date range picker 3. That looks nice. Migrating from this. And wait, so which one of these is the component? This is the component.
I think the whole thing, yeah.
This is the component. And what I want is a date range input. I see. I think I actually might just want to replace this situation right here with a date range input.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like this might be the most straightforward thing to do. But yeah, that's definitely not right. What I'm seeing right now. I think this is this a date range input right here? That's a portal. Let's see what. Yeah, there's a popover with a date range input inside of it. Okay, this is wow, because and then that generates its own popover.
Right.
This is definitely not what I want. Um, ooh, Chankowski.
I wonder what I was doing.
Okay, so I guess that needs a little bit of loving. Um, I wonder, but okay, other than that, let's see if let's keep moving for a sec. Uh, okay, and then the other thing it says is you can now remove DOM4 and various core.js polyfills. I mean, we don't support IE 11. So I'm wondering, like we do load core.js 310, and then um, we do import it, I think, somewhere. There it is, core.js stable. Do we know what
Yeah.
this does? Can we get rid of this?
Uh, it's, I mean, it imports um a certain set of polyfills. Um, I think if you are using Babel with a specific plugin, it will automatically pare down what gets imported depending on your browser list configuration. I'm not sure if that's how the web console is set up. I can't remember. So worst case scenario is importing all of those polyfills, and um, I believe they conditionally apply themselves depending on the environment. So
Yeah,
um,
you're saying just leave it in?
I think leave it because there's still some relevance for polyfills, even though IE 11 is not being supported. There are other browsers that might need certain polyfills. You weren't specifically adding it for IE 11 support. And I think that's what the Blueprint docs were saying is if you were doing anything specifically for IE 11, you can get rid of it. But
Got it.
this wasn't specifically for that. So I say keep it.
All right. Um, I looked through this briefly before, and I don't think there's anything else that really applies to us, would have been highlighted. So I guess the only things left to fix are that the tree expansion thing and um, the the time the date picker,
Perfect.
which I can look at offline because we're at time. But this was relatively very straightforward transition, I have to say.
Yeah, they did a great job with backward compatibility.
Yeah.
Love it.
And I love the new TypeScript types, even if sometimes they bite me. All right. Thanks so much, John.
Thanks, Vad. That was great.